So, my brothers and sisters, my name is Tim Heijen and I am a dragon witch. Welcome again in Belgium. And here I am making a stroll through the landscape and I want to tell you something more about the dragon's path. In this case, my dragon's path, because it's very actually difficult to say how your dragon's path is going to be because every dragon's path is going to be different. But in this case, I want to explain to you something that I encountered inside of my dragon's path in hopes that you can do something with this. No, I had a question. You know, can dragons be evil? Can dragons be bad? Can dragons be complete darkness? Can dragons hurt you? Can dragons do bad things? Um, just like every human, a dragon can also be very different. And it depends how you want to interpret their actions. It depends how you want to view it. Because there is a story that is said that the dragon was actually demanding for food, because or else she or her children would die and starve. So this action is being seen as pure evil as humans, but in the eyes of the dragon, it was just survival. It was nothing more than that. So in my dragon's path, I had a lot of dreams, many dreams that I encountered that I have written down in my book of Dragon Shadows. And one of these dreams is, I love dragons. They can do everything with me, to me. If they want to kill me or destroy me, that's fine. I can understand that because they always have their reasons why they are doing things. Dragons are wise and ancient. Dragons are children of the gods. That is, but, can dragons be evil? There was one dream, and that is what I want to say to you, my brothers and sisters. One dream that I had, I had a lot of dreams of my dragon and how he looks like. He had different kind of looks, different kind of, he's a very good shapeshifter, different kind of colors. I didn't actually know how my dragon looks like because he always changed shape and colors, but that is how spirits work. Spirits, they don't stay the same shape. But in one dream, I thought that I was seeing and encountering my dragon. And he looked like very beautiful. But there was something off with him. Something that I there was something strange about him. But what is it? Normally when I see my dragon in dreams or visions, the first thing that I want to do is to touch him. But in this dream, I didn't want to touch him. There was something inside of myself that is saying, don't touch him. Don't do that. And with all of my power and all my soul, I didn't want to touch him. And that was the first. I always want to touch the dragon. And he was a dragon. He stood in front of me. He even had this smile on his face. Sometimes most of the time dragons don't do that. But he had this smile on his face, like very beautiful. And yet there was something inside of me that said, "You don't touch him. Don't do that." But what is it? Why cannot I not touch him? Why am I not allowed to touch him? So it seemed like my dragon, but it was not a dragon. It was something different, something else. And I could see this once I kept on refusing on touching him. I said, I will not touch you, because with all of my soul, it screamed out that there was something wrong with him. And of course, later he returned, but it returned as is something different, a different shape. Normally, when I dream of dragons, it will remain with me all of my life. Every dream that I had with dragons is still with me. It's so beautiful, and I wrote it down in my book of Dragon Shadows. Every dream that I had and still can remember. Even the bad dreams or the sad dreams where dragons die, because I also have these dreams. I always write this down because I am emotional wreck whenever I see a dragon die inside of my dreams. But in this case, it was the first dragon that I've ever felt, ever met inside of my dreams that I didn't want to touch. And also my entire body said, don't touch him. My entire soul said that. don't touch him, because that was not a dragon. That is what, I'm sorry for the religious words, but I am raised religious. I call these dragons demon dragons. Later on, I encountered another dragon with just one eye. He forgot to put two eyes on himself. And what are these beings, my brothers and sisters? It's actually a mystery. In religions, they call them demons, straight out demons, because they are doing bad stuff. But in fact, they might do bad stuff, but they always have their reasons to do that. Because in their situation, we would do the same. These are beings that are lost. Lost. You know, that is why I say to you, hold your dragon very close to you, or you might end up the same way as these demon dragons. So-called demons are actually lost souls that are stuck inside of a place between places that could not find their light. There are thousands and thousands of lights, not just one like Christianity or whatever. No, that is one of the many lights. That is why I don't immediately say Christianity is bullshit. I don't say that, because for some people it might be true, but not for everyone. For most majority, Christianity is false, a lie that is too much light, and with too much light you are blinded, with too much darkness you are consumed. You have to stay in the middle so that you can still see your light, and that is very, very, very important, so that you can still see your light. One of the many lights is intended for you, and if you are triggered by the word dragon, then the dragon light is your light that you have to follow. Your dragon by your side is here to guide you to that light, to guide you through life and to that light. So that is why I say to you that you have to keep your dragon very close to you, because they are the ones actually to call you home inside of the dragon light. So yeah, these are actually your guardian angels that's supposed to guide you the way to the dragon light. And sometimes when these beings can feel that, sometimes when you have a dream astral projection, or that you go through the I don't know, that by some way these entities of lost souls can feel you, and they have the opportunity to go inside of your dreams or your mind, or that they know very well that your dragon is very precious to you, and they can also have different kind of images, like your father or like your children. They can mimic them. They can do very much mimic them. And that is what I saw. One of these demons, so-called, but actually lost souls, they infiltrated inside of my dreams. And I could see one of them. One of them pretending to be like my dragon. But he felt so very bad. Later on, I also had this encounter with, like I said, a dragon who only had one eye. He forgot to put one eye, two eyes on him. So that was immediately like, oh, that is messed up, really. But it's actually very sad, because we can end up the same way. And that is what humans don't understand. That is what my dragon teached me. My dragon teach me about these lost souls. The lost souls that are inside of the great void. A nightmare that you can never wake up from. Can you imagine that? That is what these entities are. And they don't immediately come from these places. They don't necessarily have to be human. They could be also from another light, another dimension, another kind of being that is in fact also lost. A very sad tale, very sad when you discover actually who they really are. But you have to get rid of them, because these entities, they drain you. They can drain you. They can drain your energy, and that is the entire point of what they want. They want your life energy. They want it, and your dragon is actually there to chase them away, and that is eventually what happened. My entire draconic, I don't want to say that, but I'm sorry, my draconic energy actually said to me, don't touch him, because that is not a dragon. If you ever want to encounter an evil dragon, well, actually that is the only evil dragon that I've ever encountered, and that is not evil. It's not evil in their position. You would do the same thing. And that is why I felt so bad. every time when I had lessons with Leviathan inside of the great void, I always felt very bad and very sad for the beings that living inside of that void for an eternity, a nightmare that you can never end or never awake from, a nightmare that never ends. And sometimes you see a way out of it when you feel an energy that is a life force so strong as that of yours. And that is what I want to warn you about. Warn you, your life force is strong, very strong. When your dragon is by your side, your energy of your life force is can be felt through many different kind of realms. And that is what what some of these demons or lost souls can feel. They feel you very well, and they will do everything actually to, uh, yeah, to drain your energy, because your energy is pure life that they want. And if you ever had, if you wonder yourself, are there enemies on the other side of the dragon? Several. Not only these dragon souls, but also beings here on Earth, life and well, have the soul of what I call a dragon slayer. But that is something different. That is what I want to explain later on. But in this case, I just want to explain to you much more about these so-called demons and demon dragons. I'm sorry for the religious term demons. They are actually lost souls, and very sad actually to be so, because they are, not, no pun intended, very demonized, just like the dragons are. But yeah, there is, you cannot help them. You cannot help. They also cannot help themselves. It's how nature works. And so I have to say to you, you have an enormous power, a power that can be felt through all of the realms. So you have to be careful for that, that you don't want these unwanted visitors by your side, mimicking your dragon or maybe your loved ones. And yeah, so I didn't touch him. I ignored him, and that is what you actually should do: ignore them, pretend like they are not there. And that is a bit difficult because, yeah, these are your loved ones. This is your dragon. But it doesn't feel like that. And you always have to rely on your feelings. Always on the dragon's path, rely on your feelings and your instincts.